Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I rise today in strong opposition to the bill. Once again, House Republicans have written a bill that doubles down on the Trump administration's failed policies that are already hurting the families we represent. It cuts critical resources for children and families. It guts investments in science and economic development, and it makes our communities less safe. Yet again, that is not fiscally responsible. It's just reckless. One of the most glaring problems with this bill is the deep cuts that it grants under the Violence Against Women Act. These grants are essential resources for rape crisis centers and support services for survivors of domestic violence, dating violence, sexual assault, and stalking. The Trump administration has already created chaos by freezing grants from the Office of Violence Against Women, and now House Republicans are piling on by slashing funding in this bill. And at the same time, the federal government has yet to release the full records on Jeffrey Epstein's crimes and associates. Survivors deserve answers, and Congress should be demanding accountability, not cutting the very programs that protect women and children. I have heard from organizations in my district that provide desperately needed assistance and resources for survivors, and they have warned that if these cuts are finalized, they will face severe operational challenges and be unable to meet the needs of my constituents. I would urge my colleagues to check on the organizations in their own districts to learn more about how these cuts would endanger their constituents too. We have all heard a lot from House Republicans this year about their alleged concern for women's safety, as long as it can serve as an excuse to limit our right to control our bodies or to attack transgender people. But when it comes to funding these life-saving programs that actually prevent and respond to violence against women, it's clear that women's safety is not a real priority. This bill also strips funding away from community violence intervention and prevention grants. It zeroes out support for hate crime prevention, and it slashes the antitrust division, making it easier for corporate monopolies to steamroll workers and small businesses. This bill also advances a deeply dangerous anti-science agenda. It slashes funding for STEM education programs at NASA and the National Science Foundation, jeopardizing the training and development of thousands of undergraduate, graduate, and postdoctoral researchers at institutions like Northern Illinois University in my district. That puts our future workforce, particularly students from underserved communities, at risk. These programs are the foundation of our economic competitiveness and national security. And when we slash science, we surrender our global leadership to our adversaries. And at NOAA, the National Weather Service is already struggling with short staffing and broken equipment after the Trump administration's dangerous DOGE layoffs. But instead of investing in the tools that help forecast hurricanes, wildfires, and floods, this bill doubles down on the damage by cutting NOAA by hundreds of millions of dollars. Once again, that's not fiscally responsible, it's just reckless. I urge my colleagues to reject this dangerous bill, and I yield back.